Hey everyone, it's Lawrence here. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Lawrence Gone YouTube channel. I realize a lot of you guys come here to listen to my Led Zeppelin videos, but I make music of my own. But I want to thank the 4,600 subscribers that I have already. And something interesting is the progression from the Beatles to Led Zeppelin. And, for me, it was very personal. I got into the Beatles from a very early age. In fact, the day I was born, November 19th, 1966, is arguably the day that Paul conceived of the idea for Sgt. Pepper. And here it is, June 2nd, 2025, is the 58th anniversary of the release of Sgt. Pepper as an album. So, going back to a very early age, I've heard this album thousands and thousands of times. But what really makes Sgt. Pepper a cohesive album? What ties all the songs together? Because they're all very diverse and very different. And after years of kind of thinking about it and listening to it, and as a musician, as I've progressed, I really stumbled on it one day recently. John Lennon does a vocal, a backing vocal. You hear it on Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I think it's after the second Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds chorus, and he goes, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Ah, it's kind of an ah. I don't know if he's singing ah or oh or ooh or whatever it is, but it's a beautiful backing vocal. You also find it's the very kickoff to Lovely Rita. It's also found in She's Leaving Home. And it's also very clear in A Day in the Life. And I think if you take those four very divergent songs and look at what John Lennon does with that backing vocal, even on the two Paul songs, it's really incredible. And I just want to touch on that because, John and Paul, they were big influences on me as a musician. A week ago today, I released my 6th album, and it's called What About the Day We Had? And I'd really appreciate it if anyone listens to it. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes. It's all on YouTube as well here. So, that's just something that I found was very interesting. I think that I use it a lot in my songs. If I get a chance to do it, sort of a backing, it gives it a mystique. It's like a backing vocal that nobody else really does. It's not a fa la 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 or something like that. It's very different. And I think John created that whole thing for Sgt. Pepper and kind of put it in there in those 4 places, maybe 5. I can't remember if it's in another song. But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the new album, What About the Day We Had What About the Day We Had by Lawrence Gone. 10 new tracks, and I think it's going to be a good one. So hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks so much.